Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the West Marches week. Oh God, I think it's 15. I don't know.
It's 15. It's 15.
It's because I don't have my date and adventure record open. Yes, it's week 15. Oh yeah. I still got it right
I'm not tired.
How y'all doing? I'm excited to play some West Marches. What have y'all been up to since we've seen you last? We played last week. We are continuing with the episode from last week, so we're picking up right where we left off with Grigori Gallahan, Darius, and Kellen. Yes.
I'm not important.
Well,
And the rest.
and whoever else. So it should be lots of fun. Adam, what have you been up to since we saw you last? How's your week been, man?
Since like Wednesday is my third show this week.
Yes, true.
I have been playing a lot of role-playing games. Go figure. Something about an intelligent octopus. I don't know.
A talktopus?
Yeah, the internet's blown up about my stupid octopus.
Yep. You saw what I replied, right? That's your Horkin friend.
It is my Hurricane friend. I know, Howard.
Yep.
I don't know, man. So, yep. That, I guess. Playing some Heroes. I played Heroes yesterday. That's going to be either way more fun or totally fucking awful as soon as it goes public. So, I may just stop, actually. I may just only have like a week left and then never play it again. We'll see.
Isn't it like open beta now?
Yeah. The 19th was open beta, and then June is its official like release date. So,
Nice. Cool. Is it ready for release?
no, not really. There's still lots of weird little like UI bugs in it, but gameplay's
Okay.
pretty well tailored. We'll see.
I wonder what their internal builds are looking like. Cool.
The panic is real, I imagine.
Yeah. The panic is always real.
It's true.
Cool. Anything else awesome going on in your life, Adam?
Well, I plan on not dying again this week.
Yeah.
So I got that going for me.
You've done pretty well with that so
I
far.
won't let you kill me or any of my friends.
We
Stephen.
will see. Yeah, we'll just see about that. Now,
You can't have them.
now it starts to get antagonistic. It's like Gory's all like, "You'll never kill my friends," and I'm like, "Oh, we'll see about that."
Oh, that's
What we
awesome.
call, Stephen, that's what we call target transference. If I make you want to kill them, you won't kill me.
Ah, yes, true, good. That lets you run away.
So either way, us three are fucked.
Yeah, either way. I mean, you don't want to be in debt to Grigori either, so.
Yeah.
Well, we know Strippin will just run.
Yes.
So.
That is his
Paladin
preferred behavior.
Or I'll cut the wolf in half that was going to kill you. So
Allah! Get one episode of bragging about that. This is that episode, and afterwards, never allowed to mention.
Uh-huh. Cool. So, how about you, Strippin? What have you been up to, man?
I have been playing a lot of Reign of Kings, which is medieval role play, and the server got wiped yesterday, and I became a dwarf with some dwarven friends. Played all night, haven't slept yet. Let's do this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
You really
Gallahan's definitely dying today.
Well, yeah.
So, like, is dwarf a race you can actually be in Reign of Kings, or is it just a role-playing thing where you're
So
just
you get to
role-playing as a dwarf?
you get to like adjust your anatomy.
Yeah.
So we took typical dwarven traits, and then
Nice.
we put on like the Scottish voices, and we've built into the side of a mountain and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, it's been pretty fun.
Cool.
Been pretty fun.
Love it. Zeke, how about you?
What?
Have you been karaokeing anymore, or was that like a one night only sort of limited engagement?
No,
We
we did a little bit. The last night of the St. Jude fundraiser was Wednesday, and we more than doubled what we made in the week. Like for 6 days, we doubled what we made in one night. More so, and if I'm a little on edge or a little I don't know, short with anybody, it's because I said if we raised $50,000, I would quit smoking.
Good for you, Zeke.
No.
I have not had a cigarette since I went to bed on Wednesday night.
Ooh.
I have been you, and it's fucking rough. And good on you, man.
But I mean, I'm not like I'm doing okay. Like the vaping is definitely helping and stuff like that. It's not the same. Don't,
Yeah, I hear it's not the same.
Yeah, don't get it fucking twisted. Like vaping ain't the same as having a nice, hot, wonderful cigarette in your mouth. But other than that, you know, I'm doing good, real good.
Well, that's
He's gonna
great.
rage at us. He's
All
so
right,
gonna rage.
we're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Congratulations, Zeke.
I'm fine. I got
So
time.
when Kellen dies, you're gonna be really upset.
Oh,
We're just gonna run into suddenly like an entire town of tobacco farmers in this adventure.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna smoke vicariously through my character and just like, oh, that's so good.
Your dad's gonna come across. He's gonna be like, "Son, what are you doing?" And you'll be like,
Yeah,
"Don't judge me, Dad."
I am a man. I'm a man. Ugh.
But that's really awesome, Zeke. That's an incredible amount that you managed to raise for St. Jude's. That's fantastic.
Yep. That
Well
was,
done,
it was
bro.
awesome. I'm honored to have such
Good job, dude.
community.
Mm,
But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm ready to play.
absolutely. Pocket, how you been?
I've been good. Same old. I was playing Terra this week. I played a little Heroes. I raged in it, and then I made the horrible mistake of playing League on stream, and I raged even worse. And
Is that
so
Do you normally not play League on stream?
I don't like streaming League because of all the backseat gaming, and then if you're like losing, it's even more frustrating when people are watching. Well, you should have done this. Well, no, actually, and so it's just frustrating. So it's not something I do. It was a bad idea. It was just.
I get that too, that like rage, but I think that the cure might be being Canadian. Because when I get beat really bad, I'm usually just like, "Aw shucks, good game, everybody." And then stream is like, "Why aren't you angry?" I'm like,
I'm
So just start
sorry.
moving to
At the
Canada.
end, he's just like, "I'm sorry," even though you're the one carrying everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. No, I'm the opposite. I just like I get really silent. It's just like you can see the anger
The
and that's
focus
it.
zone.
Yeah. And so I was thinking I want to hit max level in Terra, so I've been trying to do that. But leveling in any MMO is never too fun. And then I was thinking about getting back into Reign of Kings. I wasn't having fun in Rust because there's no real RP servers. A lot of people don't RP. They just shoot you. You could try to RP, but then they just shoot you anyway.
Isn't that,
Like,
they're
what's
just
the
playing. They're just playing their character. Pocket. Their character just happens to be an asshole. Like they're
I
just
don't
playing.
like
their-
it.
yeah.
Everyone's an asshole in Rust.
You keep
Yeah.
your gamer Nuremberg defense to yourself, Steven.
Yeah. Well, very cool. You're not playing like on the same server as Strippin, are you?
I'm not playing on any server right now. I quit for a while because it seemed like there weren't just patches fast enough and whatnot, and so I took a break and I'll get back into it.
How often are they patching it?
Once a week,
Really?
roughly. Yeah.
That's not bad.
They need a better mod. I don't know if they got better mod tools since the last time I played, but apparently, according to like what Rust has and what they have, the mod tools are just awful to like find people and ban them really quickly and all that. I don't know how to describe it because I don't actually mod because I would just ban anybody that pissed me off and that's not good. So
I totally thought that you meant like modification tools instead of moderation tools, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
I totally didn't know that you could actually mod, Reign of Kings. That's pretty cool.
Hello, Steven.
I've been looking at like modding communities for Dota 2 and CS:GO recently, and it's just really I think that mods are a really interesting part of gaming communities. Good. I'm glad that we had that talk. Let's play that game. So, where did we leave off last time? What sort of time of day was it?
Oh,
Do
you're
y'all
the GM,
remember?
man. You tell us what time of day it is.
I-
It was
think-
it was the dead of night, man. It was coming up on morning.
Yeah,
What
it was
happened
like-
last?
wasn't
You
it like
guys got attacked by an ogre and his
We
direwolf.
set up camp, and then
Yeah.
during the second watch, Ogre came over the hill,
Yes, and you.
and then
you
what happened,
wrecked him.
Strippin? Then what happened?
and then I whooped his ass, and then we had a short rest / long rest /
Yeah.
please give me a long rest.
You have gotten your long rest. You have definitely well and truly earned it. So, It is the dawn of the 28th today. Then it's not raining steadily today, but there's occasionally just blasts of rain that come flashing down from the heavens, which are crowded with storms in the foothills that you're in. Y'all are following the road to the west of Bowick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we get the map up on Roll20?
Yeah, let's.
Yes, we're trying to go to T Falls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's accurate. Because you spoke with, let's see, was it Cybeth Lissav in Bowick about
Yeah.
her missing shipment?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. Where's the map stuff? There it is. Excellent. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, all right. So you've had a long rest, and you've all recovered all of your hit points, so you can all set your hit points to maximum.
I need to roll for my weapon.
Oh yeah, you need to roll that d20. Okay, go ahead.
I can just type roll, right?
Yep, /roll 1d20.
Yeah. Good. We good.
All right, you didn't lose your recharge, your regenerate power.
Oh, and then I've got to roll 1d6
What's that for?
to regenerate the ability on a 4+.
Ah, right. Yeah, of course. Yep.
Bam.
Looks good. Very cool. All right, so I think are all of you level 3 now?
Yes.
Is
sir.
anyone still
Yes.
level 2? Good, cool. That's awesome. So the way that we're rolling with this is that because you're sort of in the middle of adventure, you gain the benefits of your level up, but you have to pay for it later. Like when you get back to town, you have to spend the time training. You have to pay the gold cost to level up. So you just have a debt. But now that you're all level 3, you can kick some serious ass.
Yeah, laddie.
Do y'all want to tell us about what you gained, or do we want to find it out as we play?
Totally up to you.
Okay. Well, let's carry on, and then we'll see when it feels natural to discover these things. All right, so it's morning on the 28th, and it's kind of shitty weather today, but it's not as bad as the constant thunderstorms of the last 3 days. So, what's the travel plan for today? Is it? I'm assuming that we're still going to have Dr. Grigori navigate for us.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Cool. Is your session goal still to find out who took the silk and deal with it?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Bowick was to the west of, or to the east of Virascali. Son of a bitch.
Nope. To the west.
Well, I'm glad I'm not making the goddamn map.
It's upside down. That's why.
Am I supposed to be making that?
There we go.
Maps
I'm supposed to be
left.
making
The
that.
Pocket, who's the map maker.
Not regular.
But
Yeah.
Map maker, make me a map. Sorry.
What?
Nice. Good one, Zeke.
Just be a sculptor. Come on. Can't be the only one.
So yeah, like when you find a location, Pocket, you'll be the one who's like really sort of scouting the surrounding area to find out exactly where you are and be able to add that to the map. But I don't really care which of you draws on the table. So if it's Adam who's sort of like sketching things, that's fine. Yeah. So let's see.
So how far did we get from Bowick between like when we left and when we ran into the ogre?
Let me take a look at the map.
Okay.
Yeah, you got about 16 miles.
And that was straight west, basically?
Oh, sorry, 12 miles northwest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yep, that's about right. So you've been sort of skirting the edge of the Udridge North Fork, which is on your left. So there's these rolling hills that sort of hump up against this mountain range that's off to your left. And the mountains rise out from them just like sheer granite slabs of rock that just push straight up out of the ground to the left of you. At any point in time, you're within like 1 to 3 miles of these mountains, and they just completely dominate both the horizon ahead of you and the horizon to the left and sort of like down back around behind you over towards where Bowak is. To your right, you can see down where the plane sort of slopes out a little bit, and in the further distance, you can just see the sort of dark green of the Starkwald that curves around to meet the Udridge North Fork, where sort of where you're headed.
All right.
Yeah, let's kick off with some discovery rolls. So it's Zeke, Kellen. Why don't you
Yes.
click that discovery button?
Scouting it out.
Okay, good. So the morning doesn't, nothing strange happens over the course of your travels in the morning. You're walking along the road and you see nothing untowards. Kellen, would you roll a perception check for me, please?
I would love to.
So you can actually do this on your character sheet. I also moved everybody's character sheets into Roll20. So if you click your character sheet and then go to, let's see, what would it be?
Wouldn't I just click roll skill?
No. So go to your character sheet and click core stats.
Okay.
And then you've got your skills right there. So you can just click the little dice next to perception and it'll automatically roll your perception skill for you. Look at that. 22. That's fantastic.
So perceptive.
Yeah. All right, Kellen. As the day turns into sort of mid-afternoon, you find a spot along the road where like the mud along the road has all been scuffed up and sort of gouged away. And there's like splintered wood sort of laid all around, like planed boards, not like trees or anything like that. And you see a large wet bundle of cloth sitting along the side of the road.
How big is this bundle, Steven? Like corpse size or?
It does not look like a body. It doesn't look like a body in cloth. It's probably like 8 feet long, and you could probably roll it out to be like 100 feet long or something like that. It's just it's like a rug or something, except it's cloth.
Is it made out of silk?
It looks like it. Are you going up to go take a look?
I mean, you noticed it first, Kellen. So
Yeah, so I see there's cut boards and like a bolt of silk or a bolt of cloth.
Yeah, and these boards show signs of damage. Like they're bent and shattered and cracked and scattered all over the place.
So it looks like possibly like a cart was like destroyed or like, you know, something like that. Like they look like they were part of something that was like a
Construction.
construction of some sort. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I don't notice any like thing moving anywhere near this thing.
Nope, you're taking a look around now. You know, like the rain is still sort of sheeting down at the moment, but like in the immediate vicinity, you see nothing moving. Like all of the grasses are sort of pressed down from the rain. You can see a number of like gouge marks in the terrain nearby.
Okay. Well, then I call everybody up. This might be exactly what we are looking for as far as clues to our next discovery. Come, just look at this.
all right.
And I walk up and, you know, we're...
Does anybody have a decent investigation skill, or even just like starting reasonable intelligence? I'm not. My investigation's terrible.
-1.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
I have a +1.
I have a 0.
Okay. Do you want to get all CSI on this shit for us, Kellen?
Sure. I'll take a look around and investigate and see if I can see, like, looking on the ground.
Taste the wood. Still hot.
Like, looks like this guy's put the cart before the horse.
Nice.
Sorry.
Zing.
All right, I'll roll my investigation now and shut up. Okay, investigation is right there. Pew! 13.
Okay. The cart was attacked. Like that seems pretty clear. Like you're looking around in the area and buried underneath some of the grasses and stuff, you find like a couple of wagon wheels, not 4, but like 2.5 or something like that. And like down in a little gully nearby, you find the rest of the cart. It looks like there's like a couple of like bundles of silk that are still there, but definitely not enough to have filled the cart. There's a couple like red ones and then a blue one or something like that. But yeah, it doesn't look like a full load. There are no horses nearby, but down under the cart where it's sort of tumbled down into a gully, you find like a haunch of a horse that is mostly devoured by, something, likely sort of scavengers that found it where it was lying, but only a haunch. You're not finding an entire horse.
Is there like blood trails leading anywhere?
There's no
You see
trails.
footprints?
There's no trails of blood. Kellen, you see.
Well, judging by like what's eaten this horse, does it look like it's like huge bites or lots of little bites?
Like the meat on the haunch that you see here has been probably gnawed at by a number of small creatures. So like foxes or wolves maybe, or mountain cats, that sort of thing, came down, found it, gnawed on it. But whatever sheared it off of the horse, like that's clearly a much larger and more powerful sort of bite. You can see the ends of the bone are just crunched straight through. And even like it's not the full ball socket joint. It's not the ball joint of the hip. It's just been sheared off. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So not like ripped, but like sliced.
It doesn't look cut like with a weapon.
I'm
it looks
trying to
crushed.
differentiate. Yeah, I'm trying to differentiate like beak or teeth, basically. Can I make a medicine roll to see what?
Yeah, I'll let you make a
caused that?
medicine roll
Okay.
for that. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
All right. Dr. Grigori is doctor.
East.
Oh yeah, it was teeth.
I got a 20. Yeah. So it's teeth, not like
teeth.
okay. I was just thinking because if there's no evidence of tracks around, I wanted to see if it was like picked up and carried away. Like, is there blood splatters?
Yeah, so like there's no blood. You don't see blood around. The haunch here has been almost fully devoured, right? There's really just shreds hanging off. There are gouges in the ground, but none of them at this point in time, after the rain, none of them look identifiable to either of you. So that's what you've got.
Okay. I've never tried this before, so I'm gonna try it now. I've got this primeval awareness, which I've never done before. It says beginning at 3rd level, you can use your action and expend 1 ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute per level of the spell you expend, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fey, fiends, and undead.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm gonna sit there and like kind of look at this thing and then get my concentration face on and just kind of push my way into nature. Right?
Nice.
That's cool, right?
So it's not like the grasses are talking to you. It's more like you have some sort of innate sense that you're using.
Exactly. Just anything that's like really out of the ordinary. I would, like celestials, dragons, elementals, undead. Yeah.
And
Callahan's
aberration.
just kind of scratching his head while he watches like Kellen do all these weird poses in front of him, but like nothing's really happening. Yeah.
Katas.
Aberration,
My
celestials, dragons,
dance.
Yeah.
The dance of nature.
You're right, mate. You're right, mate.
Did he
I'm
just
just sort of like sitting there and trying not to laugh. Just trying, or at least if I laugh, it's a very quiet one. So I don't interrupt.
You start giggling. It's like, shh. It's doing nature thing.
All right, Kellen. You open your brain to the world's magic maelstrom, and you end up detecting none of those creatures within 1 mile of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if in case you were wondering what I was doing, I was trying to get a sense of if there's anything completely, because if there's something that is not right from nature anywhere near this area, I have a sense of it, and this is completely there's nothing odd around us. So
I kind of make a pointed look at the 4 of us. I'm like, well, I beg to differ, but
that's it. That's fine. You know what? I have been wrong before, but I'm just telling you what I feel.
I am sure your abilities are correct. but is no less dangerous. Natural creature with sharp teeth, same to me as unnatural one.
Very true. Very true.
So this, Stephen, this looks like the like part of the silk, but not all of it.
Correct.
And we're not like retrieving the silk necessarily. Like we're just going to have to find out what happened to it.
Well, like, let's see exactly the wording.
I mean, I'm
of the
sure
goal that you
they'd
gave me.
appreciate if we brought it back. But.
Yeah, like your goal, as you said, was find out who took the silk and deal with it.
Perfect. Okay.
So there's not really anything here about returning the silk. It would also be very challenging for you four to return the silk. That's like, there's like 4 bolts that you found here. Each of them would be like your maximum carrying capacity, especially Sodden, to like trudge all the way back to Bowick.
Yeah.
All right. And there's no tracks. There's no evidence
There's
of
no
where.
signs anywhere, like
I
anything.
mean, because it's been rainy and shit. But
Yeah, like if someone wanted to do a survival check to see if they could make more sense out of like the scuffs and scrapes in the ground, I could allow that. But like your investigation skill isn't giving you
yeah,
whole
Kellen.
lot
I mean,
more.
Kellen and I can
like
do that.
the survival skill, which is
Yeah.
Yeah.
like tracking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm proficient in that, so that should
I'm super proficient too.
be okay.
Me too.
Yeah, let's all survive together.
Yes.
Yes, survival. Where are you? There we are. Boop. Whoa!
Check that
Damn,
shit
critical
out.
hit. I don't even.
That was
Nobody
crit
needs.
shit.
Wait, you have a
Don't even
+8 on
need
that?
No, they roll.
he's got a
they roll
+4.
advantage for some
Oh,
reason.
+4. I don't have. I have a +1.
Yeah, I got +5, but we don't even need it because somebody just aced the roll.
Yep, totally. So like it always rolls 2 dice, and if you have advantage, you pick the higher one. Disadvantage, you pick the lower one. If you have neither, you just take the first one. So you crit, which is fantastic. So like, how do you just randomly stumble upon like the paw prints that you find, Kellen?
Well, okay. As I'm explaining to them like how what I was doing. Like I'm trying to commune with nature, and they're not really understanding like what I'm trying to say, which is normal for Kellen. Like getting his words out is not very easy for him, so he kind of just like it and never mind, and just like hangs head down and like just sort of walks away, and then like stops while he feels like they're like just laughing behind his back. Stops, just kind of hangs his head a little bit, and then it's just like right there in front of him, just.
Yep,
Like,
awesome.
Found something.
You see a series of paw prints that look, they're almost like a lion's paws, except that like, you know how cats have these little like pads for their toes, and they're sort of very closely centered on like the center pad of their paw. The toe pads are actually quite lengthier, extended out beyond the center like pad of the paw. So it's almost like this creature has like long hands instead of lion paws. But all 4 paws that you're seeing, there's like a couple of like stamped paw prints down here, and you can even see where like the grass has been scuffed up by some large carcass being dragged over it. All 4 paws look lion-like in nature.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you? Can I just roll to see like what kind of creature it is? Like a
nature chest could
Nature
probably tell you some information about that. Real quick, you get more information from your survival check. Like this creature is sort of running off to the left, like sort of on the other side of the path from the cart and stuff. And you see it sort of like its paw prints running and like digging, gouging great sort of like muddy runnels in the earth, and then the paw prints just vanish.
Okay, well, judging from the tracks that I've seen, that you see, you can see, like, I point along the way. It's like, you see the tracks, they get a little bit more depressed into the earth, and then they disappear, which means that we're dealing with some sort of cat thing that flies. Is my guess. And that's... What do you think?
Have you been smoking something?
Yeah.
That I mean, the obvious. I mean, look. Are you seeing?
Did you
what
eat something when you were bending down doing all the weird motions? Did you inhale anything? Because I've never seen.
If you have a better explanation, I am all ears.
Yeah, like, maybe when you're looking at this Darius, like, it just looks like the natural sort of, like, ruts in the earth. And you can't even really tell what Kellen is pointing at. But, whatever. He's a smart guy. He's a smart kid.
Yeah, I followed Kellen like up along the tracks, and then where it stops, I looked up and I'm like kind of like looking around because I mean I look at Kellen and I just nod and I probably grunt. I'm like, he's probably Griffin. And I'm like looking around for like a nest or something nearby.
Well, I'm glad that you understand what I'm trying to get at. How old are these tracks? Can I tell?
Yeah, they're like 4 days old.
4 days. Okay, so they haven't. The Griffin hasn't been here in a while.
That doesn't make sense. They're 6 days old.
6 days old. Okay.
Because you left 4 days ago, so.
There
He's
you go.
time traveling Griffin.
Yeah, exactly.
Will kill us in future, but we'll go back in time.
Not bad enough that it's a Griffin already. It's gotta be.
There's some DeLorean tracks that cut right across it.
Yeah, exactly. They're all on flames. Yeah. Yeah.
So these tracks are old. We found out what happened to. I think that was the agreement that we made. Found out what happened to the silk or the cloth.
You said you were going to find out what took the silk and deal with it. So there's obviously some silk here that's missing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what took that yet, unless you can tell me and get it right. And then you haven't dealt with it, right?
No.
So that's the thing. Like we have to find its nest.
My only
Find
question:
proof.
what would a Griffin want with a cart of cloth? I
He's a
understand.
nature man.
Cart is drawn by horse. Griffin eats horse.
Oh.
So Griffin took the horse.
Possibly, and I look,
With the
and
cart
so
attached.
you said all the like that. This isn't all of the silk, right? There's probably
Right.
more. Okay, so could be someone comes along, takes silk after the fact. Maybe we're not hunting Griffin.
Maybe it wanted a new dress. Who knows?
Yes, or also maybe Griffin is wearing pretty dress for you and is
Yeah.
waiting. Let's go find it.
Yeah.
So you want to find a flying griffin thing.
In a dress.
Well, is only
In a
is
dr-
only,
in a dress.
is only kind of Griffin. Is not flying Griffin.
It's got to land somewhere.
But the question remains: what would it? Why the silk? I think the Griffin just had the horse for lunch.
Could
What
also
happened
be
to silk?
could also be Griffin is ridden by someone. Griffin is pet.
Oh, see. That's
Don't lie,
that's,
wait.
That makes a
She's
little
ready.
more sense. Can you
That's-
tame a griffin?
Personally, no chance. Maybe this one, and I point at Kellen. Me, I don't like animal. Maybe for
Nice.
eating though.
how now. I've never. I'm used to the forest and creatures that leave tracks on the ground. I mean, how does one track something that flies?
Looking at my
I'm-
character sheet, I am cleric. You are ranger. You tell
Aye,
me.
you're the expert, mate.
I told you what I'm the expert of. Like, if this thing were, say, half deer, half lion, maybe not half winged creature, half thing in the air.
Well, if it's
Kellen, did you want to do your nature check to see if you can identify exactly what this is?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, come here. Yeah, you come here. There we go. Nature.
We could just look for its
17.
contrails.
17 is pretty good. Let me think. Let me take a quick look at what it says about the nature skill. Like, it's interesting, in 4th edition, they had really clear breakdowns of what kinds of creatures fell under which kinds of knowledge checks. And it's not entirely clear in 5th edition, unfortunately. Let's see. Nature skill. See, under intelligence. I know, Kiska.
I hear the
know.
Griffin.
Duck
Come in.
cover.
Get ready.
Let's see.
It's only-
Intelligence checks. Recall lore about terrain, plants, animals, the weather, and natural cycles. Yeah. It's not a griffin. It's likely, like, griffins only have, like, what is it? Their front paws are like eagle claws, and their back paws are like lion paws or something like that. So it's definitely not a griffin. You've heard of a beast that flies on the wings of a bat, has the face of a man, and a tail with spines protruding out of it, and it has the body of a lion. It's called a manticore.
Manticore, yeah.
And that seems to sort of match.
We don't see any tail spikes around anywhere, do we?
No.
Okay.
But from what you know of the lore of that creature and from the paw tracks that you're seeing, it seems more likely that it's that. Either that, or it could be some sort of flying were-lion.
Some kind of rocket lion.
All of these sound awful, no matter what.
Jetpack rocket lion.
I don't know which
Luckily,
one,
I have a
which
bow.
one I would hate worse, a rocket lion or a manticore. Oh no, both are horrible. I've heard of these things before. A manticore. They're awful and deadly, dangerous creatures. Still
Dylan.
explain.
You know who else is awful, deadly, dangerous creatures?
Me.
We are.
Hey.
Let's go find this thing and ask it some questions about missing silk.
Must be nesting up high, right?
Can it talk? I don't think you said ask it questions. Can it talk?
His face of a man, lips, teeth, can talk.
Oh, okay.
Might not be as smart as Grigori, but we see.
I'm beginning to think no one is.
The question remains: how do we track it?
Oh, with your eyes.
We'll just have to look, right? We'll just like go and look around for its nest. Like we can't necessarily track it.
Eyes on the skies, boys.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the tracks that you were looking at, that looked like some sort of launching sort of pattern.
Yep, it did.
They're off to the left of the road, but they're going in the same direction as the road, heading towards this sort of like sort of mountain face that is right in front of you. It's probably like 2 miles away. So.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Well, if it was, I mean, if those things were going like in an obviously like mountainous, nesty direction, I say we go that way.
Yep, totally. So you're just gonna like set yourselves in the angle to follow the launch track path of these tracks, and then see what you end up finding.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
Keep your eyes on the sky.
We're
Yeah.
looking for caves and stuff.
Grigori,
Yes.
why don't you give me another discovery roll?
Okay. Is survival?
Just click the discovery button. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so like over the course of the afternoon, you guys just start marching. You know, occasionally rain just pours down and you guys maybe have to stop or huddle under a rock or something, but then it'll let up. It's much easier to continue. You're making slower going than usual because you're, or are you? Are you sort of being on the very careful lookout for like anything nearby? Or are you trying to just like book it into the mountains?
No, I think we're taking it slow.
Yeah,
No reason,
okay.
no reason
So-
to rush.
Yeah, you're making slower progress than you would if you were trying to go somewhere. What were you saying, Zeke?
The tracks are 6 days old, so we're way behind it anyways.
Yeah. Kellen, give me a perception test.
You bet. It's my favorite kind of perception.
I like Inception myself.
Oh,
Oh.
apparently I'm looking around with my eyes closed because that's a +4.
Good 7.
No,
Nice. Okay, like
Guessing.
the afternoon passes swiftly. You don't see anything terribly out of the ordinary as you go, but Dr. Grigori, why don't you make a perception test for me as well, since you're leading the group in trying to look for this thing.
16.
Yeah. Okay. So fairly quickly towards the evening, you end up seeing something in the distance. You've actually climbed into the Udridge North Fork Mountains by now.
Okay.
So all around you it's just like craggy rock with little scrubby trees that are sort of like gouging their way into cracks in the rock, and you notice sort of like across a valley down in a pass that goes between a couple mountains. There's like an old stone structure, sort of a large sort of multi-roomed circular construction. All of the roofing is completely gone. It looks ancient and just completely ruined. And there's a large old tree that sort of like sprouts off of one side of it. But what you notice about this Grigori is that there's smoke coming up from inside of it.
Okay. I pointed out to the rest of the party. See, probably is not Manticore, but it's something.
What now?
What if
I'm
it's
just
like
huffing. I'm stropping.
yeah? What if it's like you said? It's a pet. It's a human with it as well.
Could be, or could be unrelated to random encounter table bullshit.
You hear the wind blowing through the mountains. Could be.
So, I'm sorry. Okay, just real quick. There's smoke coming out of a.
There's like a couple low stone walls that seem to sort of form what used to be a building.
Okay.
And it's far enough away that you can't really see inside. You can't see any movement or anything, but you're seeing wisps of smoke rising from down there.
Wisps of smoke or like campfire smoke?
Campfire smoke.
Okay.
Whatever it is burning pretty dry.
Right. And we don't
So
we don't smell like food cooking on the air or anything.
I mean, like if you really pause and take a deep sort of like sniffing smell.
I do. I waft really hard.
Yeah, I think you're only smelling like cook fire or campfire, but not necessarily like specific.
Well, how far are we from an appropriate time for us to like rest? Is it like, would this be a good place to like go down and check it out so we could be like, hey, let's hang out, or is it like we're in the middle of the day and we could just keep going past?
No, it's getting to be late afternoon, so like by the time you get down there, the sun will be setting, especially since you're in the mountains.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Darius and be like, maybe you should go take a look.
I have no idea what we're dealing with. No
We've
idea.
got no
that's-
leads at this point.
You
We've
want
got
me to
nothing.
That's why you go down there, sneak around, have a look, come back, tell us what you see. Sneaking, and I like jiggle my belly, and you can hear my armor like clatter. Not my forte.
Do you also hear like your stomach grumble like?
Yeah.
I take a look at Gallahan since I've obviously been around him the longest, just to double check. Like, should I do this?
I can take a look.
I like riposte into like a little curly bow. I'm like, after you.
Okay, and I sort of push Callum back because you're a little too nervous for me, and so I start to like slowly sneak my way down to the area. Do I need to do a stealth check?
So like, are you guys gonna try to get a little bit closer so you're all nearby, or are you just sending her out? Because this thing is
I thought
probably
you were
like
sending me out.
it's like 500 meters away or something like that. From
Yeah,
you
we're
now?
sending Darius just that little sneaky sneak.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all are gonna like set up a camp here while Darius goes and
I
scouts.
don't know that we're gonna set up a camp. I think we're probably gonna stand
We're literally
around,
just
like,
gonna squat in the bushes.
Yeah,
while-
play. We're gonna gamble. We're gonna play dice or something.
Yeah.
And wait.
Right on. Okay, cool. Yeah, Darius, go ahead and roll me.
Play dominoes for coppers.
Roll me your stealth roll, and that's on your character sheet.
Do I just
on
press the
core
little
stats
blue
page.
button?
Exactly.
I pressed. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Look at
Right.
that. That is ridiculous. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let me see. Need to mark some locations in my book. Good. So, that and that. Excellent. Okay, Darius. You get closer, and like you're coming up on a low stone wall. You're approaching from the east. You're heading west, so you can see the sun sort of sinking below the mountains as you go. You get up pretty close, and you see like this stone wall that's created clusters of rooms. There's like an old doorway where there used to be a door, but now there's just this like large cloth draped over it.
Okay.
It's a bright red color.
So that's obvious. Is that it?
I mean, you could like try to go inside and see more. Like you can see and smell the cook fire. It definitely smells like some sort of like animal is being roasted from inside there. Like if you scout around the exterior of the place, like there's a couple of windows on each sort of side of the thing.
Can I walk up to the wall and see if I hear anything? Like just stay outside, but like see if I can just hear any noises inside or anything?
Give me a perception test.
Yeah, I mean you're functionally invisible right now. So you got 12.
You don't hear any voices, and even when you're sort of peeking inside the windows, like there's interior walls and stuff that are kind of blocking your sight from anything very significant. The entire interior of this building that you can see is just empty. It's just bare earth with like shrubs and stuff growing up outside of it. It doesn't look super habited. The front entrance with that red cloth over it is clearly the most used.
So it looks like someone's just camping out in it pretty much. From what I see, temporarily or...
So hang on, that was your perception test of a 12. You can see that the entrance, like the path, is beaten down enough that there's definitely more than one person here.
Okay. Oh wow, so this is... Okay. I don't think I want to get any closer, especially if there's more than one person. I can tell that. I'm probably just going to go back and tell the others that there are people.
Let's see.
Because last time I sort of went in. Uh-oh.
You hear a twig snap from behind you.
Oh, no.
What do you do?
I cry. I aim my bow.
You cry?
Well, I immediately turn around with my bow already aimed.
Yeah, I'm assuming that you were like walking out with your bow half cocked and stuff, so you already
and
had
there's
it. Just
still
turn
light,
around.
right? Is it
Yes.
still light or is it dark? Okay.
It's getting dim. It's probably like 5:30. So now here in the mountains with the sun sinking below the horizon, there's all these deep shadows being cast over everything. Strangely, you notice that you don't see any light from this campfire from anywhere in this building. Yeah, you turn around, raise your bow, and there, like 15 feet behind you, is a huge hulking man. Green skin, scales all over, lizard face, glowing eyes that are like glinting in the faint light of the setting sun. He's got this massive bone club and this like this shield that looks like it's just like the shell of some tortoise or something. And he opens his mouth and goes, roll for initiative.
Oh gosh. How do you roll for initiative?
How did this thing find her with that 22 stealth?
It rolled a 20 on
Fuck
its
you,
perception test.
Steven.
And it has a
Fuck
+3,
you.
which gave it a 23.
Asshole, you hide your rolls from us.
How do you roll for initiative?
I did give the GM roll on that one. You can click the initiative button on the center of your character sheet there.
Well, it's a good thing we set up the mortars on the hillside, so we just start covering fire from up here.
So, Hillary, just above your current and max
I
HP.
clicked it. It said you attempted to use a roll.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So here's what you need to do. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm going to change over to the combat page here.
I'm so dead.
Okay, combat page. What you need to do is drag out your token and place it down here. So I'll do that for you.
Okay.
Yeah. So then select your token and then click that.
How do you select? Oh my gosh, this is complex. How do you select your token?
Just like draw a little box around it with your mouse, or click on it.
Let me make this smaller. I don't think I can actually. Okay, I'll just. So that, like that.
I can't see your screen,
Yeah, we
but I'm
can't
assuming
see
that.
you.
That if you see like 3 little bubbles above it and stuff, then yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So then go
Now I
back to
can
your character sheet and click.
Ooh.
Awesome. So what that actually does for us is it automatically puts you in the initiative tracker. So like I don't have to drag you in there. You're already there. The turn order. Darius Alien, the 10. Okay, so I will roll initiative for this guy. He's just got +0, so great. 13. Cool. So. All right, Darius. This lizard man goes. He like digs a claw at the earth, and then he goes charging forwards, sort of like steam, sort of huffing out of his nose. Yeah, he raises his club up above his head wildly, and then brings it slamming down towards you. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, so I think that he hits you. What's your armor class, Darius?
It's
14?
Yeah, 14.
Yep, he hits you. Okay, and he deals you... He deals you 7 damage.
Okay.
And then he sort of like swings his whole body back around and punches out with his shield. And the bottom side of it has these like thorny sort of serrations where the tortoise shell had some sort of natural armor on it. And he shoves that in your face. Hitting you. For 5 damage.
Okay.
What do you do, Darius?
Can I just disengage and run?
So you can use a bonus action to use your disengage ability.
Yeah.
And then that lets you move your full amount without taking any attacks of opportunity. So yes, you can.
And I'm like 500 meters away from everybody.
Yes.
And so they're not going to hear me even if I yell.
Like they're all
Oh,
watching.
we're in the open. We can see you. We can see this happening.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's late afternoons.
Would each of you just really quick roll me a perception test? Let's see like which of you saw this coming.
Yeah.
Not Dr. Grigori.
Man.
Not Kellen. Kellen did.
Okay.
Yeah, you did, because it only got a 9 on its stealth. So, like, Kellen, you saw, like, this lizard guy sort of, like, crouching through the brush. Gallahan also.
Okay.
So like, were you guys yelling? Was this some sort of scene where it's like you guys, yeah, hey, there's that guy behind you? But then, like, from Darius's camera, we just see 2 tiny figures on the hillside, like, jumping up and down and waving their arms, and we can't hear anything.
I'm like if I see that she's about to get, or excuse me, he is about to get just mushed, like my first instinct would to run down there and
Yeah, I'd be booking it.
So you guys are like scrambling, trying to run down as quickly as
out
possible.
arrows as I go. I'm
Sure.
slinging the bow as I go, just like
Okay,
and as soon as I get within range, I'll help out.
it's gonna take quite some time. So Darius, you actually see sort of like on the hillside, you see your friends starting to like scramble down, but they're really far away. They're like, what? They're like 5 football fields away. That's the comparison of distance. So what do you do?
Well, I'm definitely going to try and put distance between me and it, and if I can, put less distance between me and the others, because I can't face tank it. I already did once, and it didn't work out too well, did it?
Oh.
And so, wait, what is it? It's on... I have to use an ability. What are my options, personally? Like, let's...
Yeah, so like, here's the thing, right? So each turn you can move and you can take 1 action and you get 1 bonus action. So your move is 30, so you can always move 30 feet. If you move before you take the disengage action, it gets an attack of opportunity on you. That might miss, but that's kind of dicey at the moment. You can use cunning action as a rogue to take your bonus action. That gives you the disengage, dash, or hide actions that you can just do sort of as a bonus thing. So if there's a couple of options that I see for you, just to lay them out for you. You could move away, eat that opportunity attack, move a second time to use the dash action and get another 30 feet away, and then take the dash action to get another 30 feet away. That's you just like turning your back, not caring about defending yourself, and sprinting away as fast as possible. Or you could take the disengage action to like back away from it while still sort of defending yourself, and then take the move action to move away. and then double move. So you could either get 60 feet away without taking an attack of an opportunity, or 90 feet away with taking an attack of opportunity.
If you do the 60 feet and all it does on its next turn is run after you, you'll have to do it again the next turn. Basically, it'll never be able to move and attack you as long as you keep moving 60 feet, because you'll just disengage and run, and it'll chase you but never get to attack you.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna take that action. The safest one.
As long as you run, literally, there's no way this thing can hit you again.
Yeah, I'm already missing the majority of my health, so.
Unless it has some kind of like leap
Fair
attack or whatever.
Fair warning here. If you're trying to like outrun it, then we're gonna go out of combat and into some sort of skill test to see which of you is like sprinting faster, harder, longer, etc. But let's take a look at that after the break.
Guys, I nearly died.
All right, so Darius, think about which of those options you want to take during the break, and we'll come back in about 5 minutes. We'll pick up with hour number 2 of week 15 of the West Marches. Thanks for watching. Stick around.